Hello and welcome back to WebcastNews. Let's get started. And first in the news is something that just makes me question humanity altogether. This comes from Dubai, where a father basically let his 20-year-old daughter drown in the sea. The reason for this? He didn't want her being touched by strange men. The Deputy Director of Dubai's Police and Research Department, Lieutenant Colonel Ahmed Burkabar, went through what happened in this story. The kids were swimming in the beach when suddenly the 20-year-old girl started drowning and screaming for help. And just pause it there, I wouldn't say 20-year-old is a kid or a girl. I'd say they've probably reached being called a woman at this point, but that's a very small detail and I can skip that. Lieutenant Colonel Burkabar then carried on to say, 2 rescue men were at the beach and they rushed to help the girl. However, there was one obstacle which prevented them from reaching the girl and helping her. And this is where this incident gets really stupid to me. This obstacle was the belief of this Asian man who considered that if these men touched his daughter, then this would dishonour her. It cost him the life of his daughter. And they say the father then got aggressive, actually holding back the rescue men, aka lifeguards, held them back and just basically let his daughter drown. And now for opinion time, and this is going to be interesting. It comes to a point where I don't care how strongly you believe in something or have certain beliefs. There comes to a point where family and close friends and even anyone that is in serious danger need to be saved. And this is, I don't care if you believe that this would dishonour someone to be touched by a strange man. Surely she goes outside, right? Surely she's being touched by other people, even if it's not in a sexual manner. I also want to point out, if there'd been a female lifeguard there, would she have been allowed to save his daughter? And also, if you're so picky about not having strange men touch your daughter, how about you go out there and save her then? Because that's an option, but apparently no. So this just shows to me that he really did not care about his daughter at all. This isn't something to do with beliefs. Thankfully, some sense has prevailed and the father has been prosecuted for, well, in my basic terms, stopping lifeguards from doing their job in saving someone's life. And from one serious with stupidness story to a bit of a lighter one, and actually does involve the news. News anchor John Brown, who is part of Fox 35 News, was doing the Good Morning Orlando programme on Friday. A story about a Kardashian then came up for them to talk about, and basically, seemingly, it was Kylie Jenner's 18th birthday, and she got a rabbit and called it Bruce. But Mr. Brown was having absolutely none of this, saying, I've had enough of the Kardashians, and walked off air on live television. He left his co-host Amy Corfelt on the couch by herself to talk to Jenny Castillo, who was the broadcast guest for the story on Kylie Jenner. Whilst Mr. Brown then carried on his rant, whilst mic'd but off camera, they had to bring in a replacement co-host and try to calm Mr. Brown down, which is, I think, brilliantly funny. He then posted the video of the incident on Facebook along with an apology, but he did admit that he felt a lot better after getting this off his chest. Now, the reason he was fed up with the Kardashians is basically he was saying that they are always in the news and it's a non-story. They aren't important to the news, you know, they are news anchors. They should be looking at serious news, serious problems in the world, and they keep getting things about the Kardashians and Kylie Jenner and whatever. And to a point, that's gotta get frustrating when you actually want to do something with your news career and all you're talking about is one family that keeps getting in the news for the stupidest reasons and the smallest little things. And I feel like if you're part of the Kardashian family, You know that you are far too much in the news and the media when you literally make a news anchor give up for a small period of time. He gave up because of your family. That's pretty bad. And now just a couple of quick stories to end on this, with article links for the 2 quick stories in the description down below, because I seem to have gone on rants in the first 2 stories. The first for the quick news: Mental Floss made an article on the top 10 coolest places you can't go. It seems pretty contradictory in saying it's a cool place if you can't go there, and really teasing as well, because it's giving great descriptions, great pictures, and nobody can go there. However, it is a very good article. If you do want to check it out, there's a link in the description down below. And then something that could have been a bigger story, but I don't really understand it, so I'll leave the BBC to try and explain it to you. Google are not a parent company anymore because they've decided that they would rather have a parent company controlling them and everything they already own, and that new company is called Alphabet. And they say that this is trying to make Google cleaner and more accountable. Like I said, there is a lot more to it, so if you do want to read into this, there is an article in the description down below where you can get a bigger and much more in-depth idea of what this means. And that is it for today's video. I know I have gone a bit ranty today, but I hope that hasn't affected the video too much. If you have liked it, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and as always, thanks for watching.